Thank you very much, General Evaluator and Toastmaster Mei Chun. I'm evaluating a champion. It's my pleasure to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Mei Chun, what I like about your speech, I can summarize in 3 letters, which is BHP. Not petrol. Some people might talk about Beverly Hills Polo. But what I like about your speech is the body language, the body gestures that you use, that which reinstate what you want to deliver to your audience. You use it very clearly, like how you share with all the speakers previously. And H is for the humorous part of your story that you try to convey to the audience. And P, forgot the words, P, the pauses that you use. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, pauses are very powerful. Mei Chun, Toastmaster Mei Chun used pauses when she wanted to emphasize the importance of time, the importance of having insight protein. And that really led your audience, which is us, to absorb the message that you were trying to convey to us. Now, Toastmaster Mei Chun, please allow me to provide some suggestion to you so that can elevate your speech to the next level. And one of them, I have 2, and the first one will be the organization of your overall speech. You started your speech talking about by naming beautiful meat dishes that is available or we Malaysian used to take. And from there, you bring it to the number of protein, the amount of protein that we need to eat. And then you bring it to where can we get the protein, and then change our concept of getting protein from insects, and so on. And I was trying very hard to catch you what you were trying to convince me, because this project is to persuade your audience to believe what you believe. And when it comes to the conclusion, I think, and you were kind of rushed in time, and you quickly took out a plate of dessert, which half is gone at the moment. Good. And then you left the floor without a firm conclusion whether your audience should believe what you should believe. So from today onwards, think about having insect protein, because it's not going to benefit our health, but also save our future generation. And that really makes your audience think, and the audience think, hey, the next step, where can I get insect protein? And you may share where can the floor get their insect protein. Another point is when you try to pinpoint, example, you, like what you did just now, it would be nice if, let's say, you can just mention the name, like what Ing mentioned just now. That gives your audience a clear direction what you are talking. Overall, it's a good speech. I look forward to your final speech and attain your CC status.
Thank you very much. Alright, well done Ing, and also Toastmaster Mei. I would like to also add on that your topic of persuading people to eat bugs is definitely something very, very challenging. And maybe even up to this point, many of us are still not convinced. I'm scared, but I actually want to try. The thing about it is that it was so challenging to convince people to do something that they're not supposed to do. And that's something that a lot of people don't dare to take that challenge. You took it, you seized that opportunity, and you sold bugs, basically. What I could maybe suggest a little bit more is that using scare tactics. You had those scare tactics in how, natural foods or natural proteins that we usually eat are harmful to the body and all those kind of things. But you could emphasize a little bit more to scare people even more. If you scare them to a point where you say, if you eat this, you die, people are more likely to just go with bugs. So just scare them. Sometimes you need to exaggerate a little bit so that you can sell what you want to sell. But overall, I think it was a very wonderful job. I might try it, but I'm still scared. Thank you. Already sold. Yeah, I'm surprised. Really. and he could be your second salesman because he says, oh, it's nothing. Alright, without further ado, can I invite the evaluator for the second speaker, Advanced Communicator Bronze, SOHK.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed Jian Hao presented you a historical event similar like Bola Bola. A situation where players are so hopeless in desperation, despair, transform themselves into motivated, much more lighten up their spirit and empowered to achieve success. The Toastmaster Jian Hao has succeeded in order to portray and deliver his message. I can praise about his presentation today. Number one, a very rational organization. Now, organization of a speech requires a starting point, rising action, the climax, and of course the closing. The rising action, of course, when he shared AC Milan were 3-0 up against Liverpool. That is the rising action because that creates problems in the story. So that is the rising action. Now the climax or before the turning point, when the captain Steven Gerrard or the coach have to advise with them. So that's the turning point. And the climax is they manage to come back in. And of course the closing is Liverpool managed to win the champion. So in terms of rational organization, Toastmaster Jian Hao have fulfilled it. Now, in describing a historical event, you need to describe the whole situation, the whole atmosphere using body language and vocal variety. Toastmaster Jian Hao managed to describe the atmosphere of the match between the supporters, players, and coach. So all of us have a better visualization on how Toastmaster Jian Hao is able to portray that. So very well done, Jian Hao. Now, last but not least is the good take-home message, which is never give up, miracles do happen. So, in order for he to have this message, there's a very clear purpose how we actually push it in a very good conclusion today. Now, Toastmaster Jian Hao, I'm here to give you some miracles so that you can become a better speaker or better successor, just as Steven Gerrard. First of all, perhaps the twist of the story or the turning point, I realized that Steven, this character, the captain, Gerrard, didn't play much role. You're more focusing on the coach. So you must have a few dialogue that Gerrard to be able to turn and persuade his team. So the key player is mostly focusing on the captain instead of the coach. So you must put more focus, how does Gerrard help them? So put more dialogue between Gerrard and the key player. Secondly, about your vocal variety. Now, describing a football match, you need a commentator vocal variety. You need to describe it, bring nervous, bring tension among the audience so that we can feel that we are actually watching a match over here describing by you. So you must create the tension, the spirit over there using commentator voice. And of course, the ending, you must say, history is made. So all of us are lightened up by your spirit. I know Jian Hao, never give up, miracles do happen. Hope to see you one day to become an exceptional storyteller.
Thank you very much, Advanced Communicator Silver, Computer Leader, SOHK. I do agree in many aspects of what he says. Vocal variety does make such an impact to a speech. And what you have was a great story. Could be emphasized more with the vocal variety. Things like that you could have gotten the opportunity was things of the motivational speech of him beating his chest, you know. We did this now, and you create that type. You don't have to yell, but soft yell, you know, whisper yell. And one thing, as you mentioned also, the character development, it will be difficult because you did mention 7 players, 11 players, too many characters, very difficult character development. Maybe a story that could minimize those characters and develop those stories, those characters solely that could make a wonderful story. And if you could use vivid words, use adjectives, describe the places, describe the faces, the feelings, the emotions, the area, how big the hall is, those kind of things makes an image into our mind, and that makes a wonderful story to tell when we can imagine it. But overall, it was wonderful. Thank you very much for your speech. Now, moving on to the last evaluator, I'd like to call upon Dina. Hi. Alright, so I'll be having the absolute privilege of evaluating Advanced Communicator Silver, Advanced Bronze Judy B for her topic, for her entertainment speech, When the Student is Ready. Now, we've all been students once in our life, and we've been ready almost never in our lives. But in her topic is specifically English. She came up here, she was very, very warm, very, very entertaining, very, very energetic. It is almost as if like, this is a teacher who really wants us to really improve our English. And do you have that feel from that?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely, right? I had that feeling as well. And for most of us who go through government schools, we don't have that feeling much. So we really appreciate that kind of feeling. So what she came up here, when she spoke about the English language and the development of the English language through these three people, and how they learned their language, their English language. First one was through Bob Dylan, movies and cartoons, basically media. And it is not a traditional way of learning English. So that is what she's trying to impart in us, that knowledge does not necessarily mean books, lectures, classes. It can mean in a lot of ways, only if we are ready to go and look for it. So I found that very, very inspirational, and I found that is very, very moving for us to want to go and learn. But I found it was more an inspirational speech rather than an entertaining speech. That's just my own opinion. So maybe what I could commend, maybe, is that a lot of people have this misconception that entertainment or entertaining speech has some sort of relation to it to be funny. So maybe when the first 5 seconds, they call it the very, very important timing, if you could get your audience to laugh, that first 5 seconds, the rest of your speech is quite easygoing. So maybe if you could start off with a joke relating to English, or if you come up here and talk in an accent of some sort, in a sense, with coming up here and speaking Victorian English, but I don't expect you to speak that way, something like that, and it engages the audiences immediately. So the first 5 seconds thing. And secondly, I noted that one of the objectives was to have more than one source of entertaining material, and it has to be other than personal. However, most of the 3 were your personal one. So maybe you could include celebrities that you know, popular people that you know, and that could sort of emphasize the speech. And And at the end of the day, you told everyone and you inspired everyone basically to say that if you are ready, everything is there for you, whether you want to go and get it back. However, I thought that the topic was more related to media, but you tied it back very, very nicely and told everyone that media is also a choice of learning, whether we want it or not. So I found your speech very, very inspiring, very, very entertaining for myself. And I don't believe in the entertainment equals funny thing, so I found it really, really entertaining. So thank you for giving me the privilege to evaluate you. Thank you very much.